East, Chris Sale keeps on winning, now has 21 this year as the Red
On Wednesday night, we've got baseball from Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Tonight, the rubber match of this three-game series between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. It's Orioles baseball, and it's coming up next. Dylan Bundy, the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, one of the main issues is he wants to limit the amount of walks. Walked 4 in his last start, and that's a little bit too many for a starting pitcher. He's going to need much better control if he expects to pitch better in this one.
Digging in, Brock Holt. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Here's the first pitch to him. Reaching at a curveball that time as he's able to poke it foul off to the left side. Strike one. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Hey, thanks, Matt. You know what, D-Roy, you got to give this team a lot of credit. They're on the outside looking in on the playoff picture, but boy, they're playing out the string and they're playing out well. They're going to play this thing all the way to the end of the season.
You know, Dan, I can't speak for the pitcher side of it, but I have never been on a team, win, lose, or draw, whether I was going to the postseason or not, that had players that gave away at bats. You just will not see it at this level.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Very mild temperatures as we begin tonight. 58 degrees here at first pitch. Popped him up. Machado in foul ground, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
First pitch comes. and here it is. Ball 1. The 1-0. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2. Here's Mookie Betts. First shot for him here, and with the season winding down, he's closing in on a league batting title. Now the pitch. Pitch popped up. And Hardy will make the catch. That retires the side. Down in order go the Red Sox. Sox nothing. O's coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball. David Price, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Thanks, Matty. David Price, former AL Cy Young Award winner. Big fastball, 95 to 97. Curveball and a slider. One of the things he does well, commands the strike zone, throws a lot of strikes.
Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Rose, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year and keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
Time now to check out Buck Showalter's lineup card for the Orioles in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I think the focus has to be on Cameron Maybin. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat, well, they just go.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Mark Trumbo would be next. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there. The old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, that 2-seam fastball is going to be the be-all, end-all of this game right here. Who's going to execute? Is the pitcher going to be able to keep going to that well, or is the offense going to be able to make an adjustment and hit that ball in the gap? Well, I'm surprised by the pitcher right there going to the well for a second straight fastball. He had to feel that that hitter was on the previous pitch.
No balls and 1 strike. Fastball called for strike 2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Second inning upcoming. Here's Hanley Ramirez. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
Digging in the switch hitter, Andrew Valenzuela. He's a guy hoping to finish strong in the season's final month. Definitely in the discussion for Rookie of the Year honors. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And, oh, they say he beat the throw. Safe at third. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off, Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
0-2, here it comes. Fastball down near the shoe tops.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Maben on the run. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he's hitless in 3 at-bats. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Red Sox on top in the early going, 1-0 as we play the second. Lifted the other way out to left center. Machado has a play, and that's the second out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well executed pitch there.
Here's Chris Young. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He comes in with 16 home runs on the season so far. The 0-1 on its way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball one. Liner toward right center. And Young is aboard. That's a base hit. The throw into second.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
Next up for the Red Sox, Jackie Bradley Jr. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play. And this is in now for the O's, Trey Mancini. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Grounded to short. Holt is there. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Popped him up. Bet's coming on, and that's going to land foul. Now the 0-2 from Price. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Young is there. 2 gone. Now batting, Wellington Castillo will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. No balls and a strike to count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. And a breaking ball freezes him. Strike 3 called, and the side is retired. Striding in for Boston, Lewis Young, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit on the ground toward the left. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. And with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
The next 0-2 is looked at for ball one.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
One out, nobody on. One-two pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2. Hit hard toward the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Throw into second. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mookie Betts. He topped out in his first trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Betts is hitting over 350, up in the high 300s.
These are the stats
and the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Get up there, big fella, and take away a hit at third. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this.
Leading off for the Orioles, the shortstop, J.J. Hardy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will. Just to the right of the chalk. A fair ball. And he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double.
Now that's the way you answer. They're down 1-0 already, but he laces the double and puts himself in the scoring position. That'll get the dugout fired up and excited to punch back.
Throw on to first, in time, 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Cameron Maben, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Hardy, the runner at second with 1 away. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through, a base hit. Hardy rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate. We're all square at 1 apiece.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Here's Manny Machado now. Strike taken to throw. Is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Right over the middle, knee high.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. coming right after him here.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
Mark Trumbo is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Working for the punch out and the offering. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Hanley Ramirez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
2-1 to the Red Sox first baseman. And Ramirez will just try and work his way aboard here. It's 3-1.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Yeah, and as a starter, the last thing you want to do is let a team answer when your guys just scored a run for you. So he's thinking ground ball right here to try to get a double play and end this threat.
Stepping up to the plate, Andrew Valenzuela. He hit a sac fly earlier. First offering on its way. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1. Now the 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. That's 3-1.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is 1 pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
Hardy for 1. On to first, a double play.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Back up the middle. And no chance for Hardy. This is a base hit. Some success with 2 away, and the top of the 4th is still alive.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Here's Chris Young. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A base hit in his first trip. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And he fouls this one off. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing it that way.
And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Red Sox leave 1. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. In now is Yasiel Puig. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Right fielder, Yasiel Puig.
First delivery to him on the way. Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Puig will take a big turn and head for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. So he's into second on the 2-base hit here to lead off the home 4th. And as you can see there, he currently leads the Orioles in that category. 92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Hit sharply on the ground. Holt right there. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Here's Jonathan Scope now. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. A ball and no strikes.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
2 balls and a strike now. The 2-1 home. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Now Price misses here on 2-2, and he runs it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Amazing he was able to lay off in this situation. Your eyes light up when you get something above the belt, especially with a man on third base.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Full count still. The next 3-2. Hit in the air to center field. Holt moving to his left. 2 down. Digging in for his second at-bat, Wellington Castillo. He got called out on strikes his last time through. In there for strike 1. Hit on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Orioles. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Striding in once again, Jackie Bradley Jr. hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Hit hard on the ground to second. And now from the air, a jump throw. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play.
Now batting, second baseman, Lewis.
Ready for another chance. Lewis Young comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the pitch. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. in his career. Young is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. Heading out towards shallow right. Puig's got a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Here's Brock Holt now. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Now here's the pitch. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. Lifted down the line in left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that in. Digging in now, J.J. Hardy. He'll be the one to lead it off against David Price here in the inning. Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1. Pitch on the way. Drilled down the line. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one. Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, William Alvarado. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. No balls and 1 strike. Rounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Swinging a soft liner. Hope for 1. On to first, not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Center fielder number 9, Cameron Maybin.
Here's Cameron Maybin now. A fly out and a single for him so far. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. And he'll snap one over to first. And the runner will get back standing. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little tapper. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. Back in standing. Alvarado stands at first with 1 out. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Runner goes for second. Hit hard up the middle. Backhanded. Throw on to first takes care of Maybin, and there are 2 away. Here's Manny Machado now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. A ball and a strike now to Machado. Runner breaks for third. In there, now the throw. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily. The 1-2. Gets him looking up around the letters. Orioles leave. Digging in to try it again, Eduardo Nunez.
Third baseman, Eduardo.
First delivery to him on the way. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. Puig racing back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Now batting.
Here's Mookie Betts. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Loud contact by Mookie and a ball carrying well to left field. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo home run there for Mookie. Home run number 56 on the year. And the Red Sox move in front. It's 2-1.
Yeah, it's a long season with a lot of peaks and valleys, but he's getting hot here in September. That bodes well for him and his team as things crank up in October. We'll see if he can stay hot when it matters the most.
Now
Here's Hanley Ramirez.
designated hitter, Hanley
And he puts it on the ground to second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
with catcher number 35.
Digging in once again, Andrew Valenzuela. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit back up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So the 2-out hit here brings in Brandon Belt to bat next.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Stepping in now, Brandon Belt. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Ready with the 0-1. Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Here's Mark Trumbo now. Due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Count still at 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A bounce it to the left side. To his right, Holt. And that's out number 1.
The right fielder, number 66. Yasiel
Riding in once again, Yasiel Puig. He doubled his last time through. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. A 1-1 count to Puig. And that last pitch from Price was number 73 in the ballgame. Hit hard down the line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Line towards center field, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented a tying run.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles first baseman. The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Here now the 2-2. Hit out towards second. Young over to his left. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they go down without. Back here on the show, Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Kelvin Hawthorne is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. Into the flag court and gone. It's a solo shot for Chris Young. Number 17 for him on the season, and the Red Sox have taken a 3-1 lead.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. First pitch, and it was out of here. That's a rough way to start your day at the office as a reliever.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike 1. No hits to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Got him in the chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Base is empty here with nobody out. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. The 2-2. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. Ready for another shot now. Lewis Young. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a ground ball to third. Machado is there. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Brock Holt. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now that's popped up. Hardy calls for it, and that's the 3rd out. So 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run. No errors and no one left. Get up and stretch here in Baltimore. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Orioles 1. Ready for another chance. Jonathan Schoop. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that 2-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
Into the corner and slicing foul. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Hard ground ball to third. Nunez has it. And there's 1 away.
Now batting. Captain.
Ready once again. Wellington Castillo. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And that's in there for strike 1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the 2nd out. First offering on its way. Hit to short. Holt comes up with it. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eduardo Nunez. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Eduardo Nunez goes down to become the 1st out in the 8th inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Hard hit ball to second. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter,
Here's Hanley Ramirez. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And now a pitch on the way. And he gets ahead 0-1. 2 out, nobody on.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Hit hard, but foul toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. Oh, and that liner caught him. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, William Alvarado. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
The pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that pitch catches the inside corner. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Here's Cameron Maybin now. Now the first pitch here from Price.
Cameron Maybin.
Skied into straightaway right. Betts has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's Manny Machado now. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So with that, we're not done with the bottom of the 8th quite yet. Here's Mark Trumbo now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Price pauses. Here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Well, that was a big 2-out.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. A beautiful nighttime view there of the Baltimore skyline as we head to the top of the 9th in this one. Digging in the switch hitter, Andrew Valenzuela. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Back goes Puig to the track, to the wall, into the bleachers, and gone.
They still have the bottom of the 9th to try and stage a comeback, but one thing that's not coming back is this blast to extend the lead to 3. Nice knowing you've got some room for error, especially on the road.
Here's Chris Young.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. A ball and a strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
On to first, and Young is retired here, 2 away. Here's Jackie Bradley now. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. Breaking ball in for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a drive out to left center field. Bradley with wheels headed for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he's back into second here safely.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
In now, Lewis Young. Runner goes for third. In the dirt here. And oh, the pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, so that runner will make it to third base safely. Comes set and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Bradley on third with 2 out. Hit in the air to center field. Maben is there. And that ends the inning. The Red Sox tack on 1 more thanks to the solo home run. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. It's now 4-1 Boston.
Your attention, please. Now
9th inning save situation coming up now as they'll entrust Craig Kimbrell with the baseball here as he'll try and close things out. And that misses ball 1. And in previous meetings with Craig Kimbrell, he's 1 for 2.
Right fielder.
A ball and a strike now.
Squeeze.
1-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Young is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Up next for the Orioles.
Ready now for Baltimore. Trey Mancini. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Fastball that just misses inside.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. The win would belong to David Price if the lead holds up. And it's 0-2 to Scope. Baltimore down to their final strike. Inside and high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, the more things change, the more they just stay the same for this guy. That's save number 45 of the year. He's taken advantage of nearly every opportunity.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. Boston earned their 119th win, most in the division. David Price earns victory number 22 this campaign as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Dylan Bundy pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Craig Kimbrell records the save, his 45th on the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.